behind closed doors. I'm a fool for your love.
Hello everyone, my name is Anthony and welcome back to the Anthony James Show here on Sports Fan Entertainment. And once again, I have a power ranking for you guys of this NFL season. Keeps going and going. I apologize first and foremost though. I try to get these out early. I try to get it at least Wednesday. That's not the case. I have been super busy this week. I'm assistant directing a musical, probably the only musical I'll ever do in my life, but I'm doing it. It is Tech Week for all of you musical people or theater people. You probably know what that is. It is a hectic week. I've been getting home at 10 o'clock, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It is 11:19 when I am filming this on a Wednesday. So I'm sorry it took this long to get out, but at least it should be before the Thursday night games, and that was most important. Anyways, let's get right to it. Let's get into this. Number 1 and 2 stay the same. The Cowboys at number 2, the Patriots at number 1. We are talking about the only two teams in the league right now with one loss to their name. They both deserve to be at the top. Moving on, the Oakland Raiders, they move up to 3. They are now in the top 3. Congratulations, Raiders. You were able to dethrone the Denver Broncos, at least for now. But regardless, you beat the Broncos. We'll see how you do as the season goes on. But right now, you're looking good. Already tied your wins from last year, and it looks like for the first time in what seems like forever, the Raiders could have a winning record. Next, the Seahawks, they move up 3 spots. They're now 4. The Seahawks aren't playing great football, but at the end of the day, the NFC is really weak, and they're one of the better and more reliable teams right now in the NFC. 4 might be a little bit too high, but I think what they've been doing the past few years and even what they've done this season, they deserve to be there. Number 5, the Chiefs. I decided to move them up 4 spots. They are in second in the division. And don't forget, they did beat the Raiders. So who knows? We could start out with the Broncos being in the lead for the division for a while. Raiders take it, and then Chiefs run away with it at the end. Who knows? AFC West is going to be hectic, to say the least. Talk about the AFC West. The Broncos moved down 4 spots to 6. Isn't to say that they're a bad team. No, they're just playing in a really good division. They're unfortunately in that division. They're still a good team even though they have 3 losses, that's for sure. Next up, the Falcons, they move up 1 spot to number 7. They're looking like a pretty good team too. And as I mentioned, the NFC is really weak. They're a team that, who knows, could be in the NFC Championship. I don't know if I'm willing to predict that, but they're doing pretty well. Then, my Vikings, they moved down 2 spots. They are now number 8. They've been playing pathetic football. If you've watched my recaps, that seems to be a common word in my Viking recaps. Poor job by the Vikings. I'm worried about the Redskins this week. They need to start turning it around. Next up, the New York Giants. I move them up 4 spots. They are now in the top 10. They are number 9. They are looking pretty good, a 5-win team already. Who knows how the Giants will do? I think they're going to go back to the playoffs this year. They're playing really good, and the NFC is weak, as I keep mentioning. Teams like the Packers and Cardinals that were just used to be in the playoffs, hold your horses. They might not be in the playoffs this year. And to round out the top 10, the Steelers. I didn't want to put them in the top 10. Frankly, they don't deserve to be in the top 10, but I've moved them down 5 spots. That's a lot. That's where I tried to put my ceiling for moving a team, 5 spots. I try not to go above that, but I do sometimes. Regardless, the Steelers, they've been doing a poor job. I expected them to lose against the Ravens. They haven't done well against the Ravens lately, and that trend continues. Oh boy, Steeler fans, you might want to start preparing to hit the panic button. You might. It's too early to hit it, but the Steelers, they are in a tough AFC. You don't want to be 4-4 at this point in the season, that's for sure. Next, the Lions, I decided to give them some respect. I move them up 7 spots. They are number 11, and very well, depending on how this week goes, they could be in the top 10. They could be above the Vikings, and they could be first in the NFC North. They are doing a quiet but good job. Who knows? This could be a playoff team. This very well could be a playoff team. Let's not count out the Detroit Lions just yet. Number 12, they have the bye week, so I kept the Cardinals in the same spot. Next, the Packers moved them down 3 spots to 13. I could have moved them down more. Part of the reason I didn't is because the next 2 teams had a bye. But the Packers did not play well against the Colts. I don't care that they came back towards the end of the game. You can't do that. You can't be down from 18 and expect to come back, especially in the fourth quarter. That's not how football works. It's not how it works. Packers, oh my goodness. 4-4, you might want to start hitting the panic button, because right now you are in third in the division, and that's not something most people are used to when we talk about the Packers. After the Packers, at number 14, we have the Redskins, and at number 15, we have the Bengals. Both teams were on bye, so both teams stay in the same spot. Number 16, the Eagles, move them down 5 spots. It might be a little bit harsh, and I understand why you'd think that. Honestly, they're just stuck. We have 3 teams with byes, because the next team, number 17, the Texans, had a bye as well, so they're in the same spot. That's just where I was able to put them. Sorry, Eagle fans. You're in a tough division, though, so you're going to have a hard time making the playoffs. You need to start winning games. That was a game you need to win against the Giants. Carson Wentz didn't do well. He didn't do well, but I think despite that, the Eagles did a pretty good job, although they did lose. Now, after the Eagles, I did say the Texans stay the same at 17. The Colts, they move up 2 spots to 18, played really well against a Packers team. That's a consistent playoff team. Who knows about this year, but that was a win the Colts needed. On the road, good job, Indianapolis. Next up, the Ravens. I moved them up 3 spots. I hate it. The Ravens are at 19, and the Steelers are at 10, and the Steelers are not in first in the division right now. Ravens, I'm not getting my hopes up on the Ravens. That was a game I expected them to win, and they won it. We'll see how they do as the season progresses. I still don't think they win the division. I'm going with the Bengals. I'm sticking with the Bengals. We'll see what happens there. But Ravens got a huge win over the Steelers. Next up at number 20, I moved the Chargers up 1 spot. Good job, San Diego. You won. Unfortunately for you, you're in the hardest division in the AFC, arguably in the NFL. I feel bad for you guys. Next up, the Dolphins move them up 2 spots. Jay Ajayi, oh man. I'm probably going to make a video talking about running backs next week, because this week I'm going to talk about which teams are Super Bowl contenders. But next week I probably am going to make a video talking about running backs, how important running backs are and how underrated running backs are. Look at what Jay Ajayi's been able to do. Jay Ajayi has rejuvenated this team, and they are making this team that should not be good into a decent team. Congratulations, Miami. You move up 2 spots. Bills, I move you down 6 spots to 22. You have not been playing good football. You've dropped 3 in a row. You're 4-5. Rex Ryan's seat should be on fire. Prepare, because this might be Rex Ryan's last season. And we were starting to get the fool's gold that, hey, maybe Rex won't. Now he's won 4 straight. Well, now he's dropped 3 straight. We'll see how they do this week. Next up, the Saints move them up 1 spot. Congratulations, Saints. You're doing better than I expected. But you're still not a playoff team. Sorry, that's just how it is. Next up, the Titans. I move them down 5 spots. Might be a little bit harsh here, but that's how it fell this week. You lost to the Chargers, a team that you should have won if you want to have any hopes of playoffs. And I didn't think you'd have hopes of playoffs. And this definitely hurts your chance if you were hoping playoffs. After the Titans, the Carolina Panthers, they move up 3 spots to 25. I think we're slowly going to start seeing the Panthers climb up the rankings. Let's see how far they can go. But the Panthers could be able to capitalize on the Falcons. They could. The Falcons are 6-3. It's not like they're running away with this division. This could be what we saw from last year. I wouldn't be surprised. It's too early to count out the Panthers, that's for sure. Even though they have an uphill battle. Next, the Jets, they move down a spot. They're having quarterback problems. Ryan Fitzpatrick looks to be hurt. We'll see how this team does. Buccaneers, they got destroyed on Thursday night against the Falcons. That's really disappointing. This team really reminds me a lot of Andrew Luck, where they have a quarterback, they have a wide receiver. Outside of that, they don't have much, and we're really seeing that. They have pieces, but not enough to be a good team. And I think I was a year early on them being a good team. I had them 9-7. Obviously, I was wrong on that. Oh well, though. Next, the Rams, they moved down 1 spot as well to 28. They're not playing good football. Bottom line, they're not playing good football. The fact that Case Keenum's starting is a joke. Nothing against him, but you have a rookie number 1 overall draft pick and Jared Goff and you're not starting him, that's Jeff Fisher for you. Then the Bears, bye week, so you stayed at 29. And then Jaguars, 49ers, Browns, you all lost, so you stay at 30, 31, and 32 respectively. Those are my power rankings this week, and I'd love to hear what you think about them. Tell me yours in the comments below. I actually like this one. I think this one came out well, and for the most part, there's some things that's just hard to switch around, but I like this power ranking. So tell me what you think of it below. If you have your own, I'd love to hear that as well. And if you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like. And if you're new to me, you can follow me on Twitter at AnthonyJamesTV. I tweet during games. Will be hard. I'm going to have to watch the Vikings on tape because Sunday at 2 o'clock, which is like an hour at Central Time, so 2 hours into the game, that's when the musical is, so I won't be able to watch a lot of the Viking game live, which sucks, but I will watch that Viking game eventually. Don't win or loss, I'm going to watch that game, but I won't watch it live, and that's killing me. But I do live tweet for NFL games, so you can check that out, and also you can subscribe to my channel, Anthony James TV, for NFL videos.
Behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.